everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kaylin. This is Full Purpose and Heart. Today's video is one of my all-time favorite subjects. It is planning, and I have been around the block a few times with several different planners trying to make something work, and in the end I ended up making my own. And I've used this planner now for a lot of years. I don't know. Go back in my channel and you'll see how long I've been using it. But it has gone through a couple of different revisions, and I'm now calling it Forever. I'm calling it the Forever Homeschool Planner because I sell it on my Teachers Pay Teachers website. So you just purchase it one time and then you always have the licenses for it. And with each update that I put in there, then you get the access to those updates without additional purchases. And you get to print the pages that you use and leave the rest of the pages out. And you're not paying for a huge planner that you're not going to use most of the pages. I purchase other planners for my daily life, and I have to purchase them every single year because they are annual planners. But this I have made specifically for a homeschool classroom. It's not going to have the pages that you're typically going to find in a teaching planner. For those who maybe you've purchased teaching planners, those are going to come with things like seating charts and substitute plans and emergency plans and all of these other things that you may not use in your homeschool planner. So a lot of chit chat. If you've watched my previous planner video, I'm going to add a little something into this one. So you'll want to stay tuned because I'm going to show you how you can personalize this planner with the file that you get on Teachers Pay Teachers. So let's chat. All right, so you may have seen my old planner, and I don't have a copy of it because it's the old one, but it was just a rainbow planner, and maybe you have that one because I know that a lot of people have purchased it and it's out there, so it's a great planner. This one is the same exact format, but I've updated it, and I've given you lots of different planner covers and a few different things on the inside, a few different designs or styles, if you will. So here it is. Here we go. This is my lesson planner. This is one of the new styles. So when you purchase the planner, if you purchased it years ago, then you got, I think there were 5 different covers. And I loved those covers back when I first made the planner. I don't even know, 6 or 7 years ago now. And I found that every year I was going back to some other websites to be like, I'm kind of bored, like I want a different cover. And in the end, I ended up making some additional covers to go with it. So that's what this edition has, which is why I call it the Forever Planner, because when Kaylin gets bored, she makes some more planner covers and adds them to the file. So then you get to have that. So let me quickly show you the planner covers that are new for this upload. So if you do not have this planner, if you haven't purchased it before, then you're going to have these. And if you've already purchased it, go to your purchases section in Teachers Pay Teachers and it's going to be there. Okay. So this is the first one that is in that file. I think I named it like additional designs or something like that. Okay. So this is kind of like a safari design, and the actual planner has like a giraffe print binding space, and then it's got some like pinks and yellows in the days of the week. So when you look at that one, I'll be honest, this isn't my favorite one, but I had a couple people I was chatting, they're like, wouldn't that be fun? This is so cute. So I kind of made this, and it is what it is. Okay. This is probably my favorite of the news. But this is like this rainbow thing going on here. It says homeschool life, and there's also an additional one in there that says teacher life. So if you want that one instead, but anyway, so there's this cover. It's super cute. And then this is the one that I changed it. So if you downloaded it before I changed it, then you're going to have the exclusive like limited edition, because I just changed this. This word used to be mothers, but I changed it to homeschools make a world of difference. Homeschool makes a world of difference. It used to say mothers make a world of difference. And so it's the same idea, but I just changed the word to homeschool because doesn't homeschool make a world of difference? It just seemed to fit better in my brain. But so this is this one, and then it has just these same colors, and it has kind of the same outline. as these ones. Let me get to a blank page here. So it has Monday through Friday, and then it has 3 planning boxes here, and then it'll have 4 planning boxes on the second page. This is a little bit different than the original one that I had because I only had 2, and then this was like a bigger long box. So this one I've just extended it so it now has 4 boxes that are all the same size, and then Monday through Friday. And then the week here up on top, it doesn't have a number anymore. It just says week. Let me see if I can show you. I did print off a little example here. So the new one, it just says week so that you can write the date if you want to, or you can put the week number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever you want to put in that little flag. This is the only one that is kind of styled a little bit differently in that it has a flag instead of the circle, and then these like tab situations instead of boxes. But of course the format is the same. So, oh, and this is the one that's so cute. Look at, I put like little pencils. So the pencil is where the spiral or your binding will go, and then you open it up. Okay, this is what I'm going to show you. So one of the things that I have received a comment or 2 on is how do I personalize this? Because as a teacher or a homeschooler or a parent, you don't want to have to rewrite your labels on every single week. So since you have to print it out on your own, either you go and you print it out at home or you print it out at like Staples or something, you're like, can't I just put everything that I write every single week? I want to have that in there. Like, can I personalize it? And I'll be honest, like I couldn't figure out how to make an editable, how to make a PowerPoint presentation editable. Anyway, you know what I'm saying. So I build them on PowerPoint, and then I convert it into a PDF for your printing. And then I didn't know how to make it editable beyond that because I'm a fonts person. I want to be able to like put all of the different fonts in there or change the colors of my fonts. I just couldn't figure out how to do that for you until now. It's a backdoor way. It's definitely not like the most convenient, but it's a backdoor way. So I'm going to flip my camera around, turn it into a computer here in a minute, and I'm going to show you how you can edit your planner before you print it on Canva. So you can get a free Canva account if you don't already have it, and then you're going to convert, you're just going to print the original one, just convert it into a JPEG, throw it into Canva, and then you can put all of your font boxes or your text boxes where you want them, then save it again as a PDF and print it from there. So a few things, and I think that I say these things in the video. I already filmed it, but I can't even remember what I said. But the point is that you're going to be able to put your subjects or the name of your children, or if you want to save a box just for like your life plans, what chores are you going to do that day, what your kids are going to eat that day, or your family's going to eat that day. If you have something that goes on every week, every Tuesday you have dance class, every Thursday you have co-op, and you want to put those in this space, then you can do that converting this file into a Canva file. So I'm going to show you that at the end of the video. Make sure you stay tuned. But before we do that, let me show you exactly what you get if you've never gotten this particular planner before. So the whole purpose of my planner is, number one, I use it just for my homeschool. I have another planner that I do for my family life. And I wanted it to be very, very simplified. All I wanted was to know what did I do on what school days. And I do this for a couple of reasons. Number one, because I want to be able to go back and see what it was that we accomplished and are we progressing through the school year the way that I want to. Number two, I'm a planner in general. I like to know what am I going to be doing tomorrow? What do I need to do today? When I was a public school teacher, it's how I planned out the whole school year. And I do find that in homeschool, I'll go through phases where I'm like, well, I want to be done with the unit by this date. So what do I need to cover between all of these dates to make that happen? So that's what I use my planner for. There's a couple of pages here that you get. The first one is your year at a glance. And I've tried to start converting the file when I update it to include 2 years. So this one, when you download your new file, you're going to get 2023-24 and 24-25. So those of you that are like super advanced planners, and you're sending me messages in like January and February, like, when are you going to update it? Hopefully you're going to be set for these upcoming school years because I put those extra pages in there for you. Okay. I use this as a attendance record. You can see that I stopped in October. If you've seen my previous videos, then you know my life got super intense, really crazy, and it did not pan out the way that I wanted to this school year, but times are changing, things are going to be better. Anyway, in essence, this is the year at a glance. What days are you going to take off for holidays or for vacations or for doctor's appointments or whatever it is that you want to plan? That's what this page is for. And then I use like another color and I'll just cross off days that we actually had school as like an attendance record, just so I can see, well, how many days did I spend in September? And we're like a real homeschooling family that I have days like Tuesday shows up and I'm like, guess what? I don't want to do school today. Or we have Sundays where it's like, it is far too sunny and warm and amazing outside for us to be inside the classroom learning about the American Revolution. And so then we'll have Sundays or sunny days. You know how like school has snow days? We have Sundays. So anyway, then we just go out and play instead of staying in our classroom. So anyway, sometimes I'll go back and I'll be like, oh my goodness, we had a lot of days off. Maybe we need to like tie it down a little bit. Okay. This is the next page that you can print out. I think it's the next page in the download, and it's called the big picture. This one also I updated. So you're going to get 2 files or 2 pages in your file. One is going to have all the dates like this one, or the months rather. And then the next page will be completely blank with just the boxes. And I think that instead of the years up here, I just put how it all comes together. So if you want to do this by units, or if you want to do it by subjects or whatever, then you're not going to be confined to the months that were printed initially. So you're going to have 2 of this year at a glance, like big picture page, where you're going to be able to customize it exactly how you want it. And maybe you want both. Maybe you want to have the months so that you can see what months you're going to be reading which literature books or doing which units. And then maybe you want another one so that you can kind of plan it all out. Like, I'm going to write James and the Giant Peach, and then I'm going to write all of the stuff in here that I'm going to need or something. Okay. Just an example. The other thing that is going to come, I'll try to get a blank one here, is going to be your goals page. I didn't update this, so this is the same as it has been in the past. You just put the month on the line here. And this is, again, just a kind of a brain dump space where you can write down what are your monthly goals for your kids. What do you want to focus on? What are you working on? Maybe this is something that you're carrying over, something new you're going to introduce. This is open, so if you're doing a butterflies unit, maybe you know you need to purchase some butterflies, or maybe you want to, whatever, right? Maybe you're gonna put your kids' names in each of this and you wanna write down, I wanna finish math lessons, whatever, right? 1 through 30 this month, or whatever it is, right? So this is just customizable, and then of course some notes on the bottom so that you can jot some things down. And then at the end of the month is your reflection. This is another really key part in planning, in my opinion, is that you can plan and plan and plan, but until you reflect, then you're not going to know the progress that you've made or where you can improve or any successes or, good things that happen, maybe stuff that you want to improve or focus on better for the next month. So that's why I put this review page. Things that you've accomplished, big events that happened, what was the most challenging, things you want to remember. I love this section because this is little things that kind of sometimes get forgotten. They get brushed under the rug. Different things, that you forget as the year goes on. And then when you go back and you want to have your open house where you pull everything out and you remember the school year, it's nice to have these little memories like, oh, you remember this is the month you lost your tooth, or we found a baby bunny and we raised the bunny or something like that, right? That's very country, but here we go. Projects, what projects did you complete? And then any final thoughts for the month of that year. So anyway, that's the same. It was in the planner last year. I didn't update that at all. And then of course you have your actual planner. Now, some people are going to use their planner to do backwards planning, where you're going to actually have your lesson and then dismiss the class for the day, then pull out your planner and write this is what we did. This is what we did. This is what we did. That way you can actually feel like you're accomplishing stuff. Other people like myself, I like to pull out my planner at the beginning of the week, well, at the end of the week rather, and write down these are my plans. Here is what we're going to accomplish Monday through Thursday. And then, because we don't have school on Friday. So then when Monday hits, everything that we accomplish, I highlight saying, yep, we did it, we did it, we did it. Anything we didn't accomplish, then at the end of the week, I can glance and say, okay, this is what we didn't do. Let's carry it on to the next week. So I only plan week by week. For units and like longer units of study, I write all of that content on like a different notebook, and then I transfer it week to week as we go. That way you don't have a whole lot of this. So this particular week, you can see we didn't do anything. But we did do the core subjects, so that's good. Or like this, right? This happens and it's fine, but it's all the intention. Here's another one, right? Like I literally highlighted nothing. But the intention was there. So for this upcoming school year, and this is what I'm going to show you here on the computer in just a second. For the upcoming school year, I am going to have all of these things. Can you see that? I don't know if it's going to focus. Anyway, pre-typed into my page so that all I have to do is write the math lesson that's going to be in there, write what reading they're going to do, and then language arts, what lesson are they going to do. And then I have these open spaces down here if there's something additional that we're going to be adding in. Another thing that I'm going to be doing different this year is instead of printing out the full year worth, so I print out about 32 to 35 weeks, kind of depending on what I feel like. There's no science to it, to be honest, but I think traditionally, like a traditional school year is 32 weeks of school. It's 180 school days. I know that. But I think that I print a few more. I don't know. Between 32 and 35. And it's really not that thick. I do use heavier paper. I couldn't tell you the poundage, but it's not cardstock, but it's not your typical 20-pound paper. So make a guess as that. I know this isn't helpful, but anyway, you can see it's not that thick. It's very like doable. I can slip this into my laptop bag if we're going out and about. The kids are going to be busy doing their thing. Then I want to pull this out. So it's really nice. I also spiral bind it. You can have this done over at any, Office Depot store or like a scrapbooking store is where I get mine done. But they do spiral bind it. You can also purchase your own coil binder if you would like to. You can also do a comb binder. I did that for a while, but I found that my pages weren't as secure. They tend to fall out really easily with that comb. So I like the spiral better. This is also one of the covers that are in there as an option. I forgot to tell you that when I was showing you, but anyway, and then I get a plastic cover in the front. It just makes it more durable. And then I have this in the back. Okay, now where was I going with this? Oh, something new that I'm going to do this year. Instead of printing the full year, I'm only going to be printing like 1 quarter at a time. So we're talking like about 10 to 12 weeks, depending on how aggressively we get to school. Okay, so that's going to be new for me, but I'm doing it for a few reasons. Number one, and the biggest, first and foremost reason is I just want more, I want more color. So I don't want to commit to one planner for the whole year. And there's so many fun like colors and options that I want to be able to print them all out. So that's number one. But also number two is because I am going to be printing out this part on all the weeks. If there's something that I decide we're not going to do anymore, or I want to add something in or whatever, I don't want to be stuck with 32 weeks of stuff that I already printed. And I'm like, we're not doing that anymore. We switched it up. I got bored, whatever, right? So I want to be able to have that freedom to switch up the weeks to weeks as I want to, right? So then I can get a whole new color design, a whole new color scheme. And also I can edit, if needed, any of these like subjects that we're doing consistently every single day, so that I can keep up with our lesson plans on that. So without further ado, I'm going to just cut over to this and then I'm going to end the video. So this will be my like goodbye. If you want access to this, if you don't already have it purchased, Again, it's called the Forever Homeschool Planner, and it's on my Teachers Pay Teachers shop. You purchase it one time, and anything that I add, you will have access to. When I add things, depending on how many pages and how many designs I add, I do increase the price. So every single year it goes up just a little touch, not that much. I'm sure there will eventually be like a ceiling. I'm not going to like charge $20 for it at one point, but if you've purchased it previously and you're looking at it now, you might be like, oh, I recommended it to my friend and it's an extra $1 more than it was when I bought it. Well, that's because I keep adding more and more value to it. So I'm hoping that you can find it worth the value to purchase it. So anyway, it's in the description box below if you choose to grab it. I thank you for supporting me and my family and my homeschool dreams. And then here's the next little clip. But until our next video, we'll talk to you guys later. Let me show you how you're going to convert this file into Canva so that you can print every single page to have the same header on it, whatever you want that to be. So what I am going to do is I'm going to screenshot this page, and on an Apple, that's going to be just Command Shift the number 4, or you're just going to do the screenshot. I don't know how to do it on a PC, but anyway, you get this little cursor, and then I'm going to select this whole space here. Oh, I don't want to have that on there. I need to hide that. Hold on. Boop. Hide. Okay. So Control Shift 4, and then I'm going to highlight this whole page. And then when I release it, it's going to take a screenshot, and it kind of pops up right here. Okay. So the next thing that I'm going to do is come here into Canva, and you just need to, you can create a free Canva account. They just want your email address. But you can see here that under under uploads, I just uploaded that photo here into my upload. So you can do that either by clicking upload files, or you can just drag and drop the file into here. You can see I have a whole bunch of stuff in here. And then this is going to be the image that you have. So now you can go ahead and put in whatever words that you want. So under the text platform here, you can just add a heading. And then whether you want this to be your child's name, or if you want it to be, whatever you want it to be, you can have it say your subject. So I'm going to put in here, character Bible study. And I'm going to move in a little closer here so I can see a little bit better. And of course you have to make the font make you feel good. So I have, this one's called Playfair Display, but if you want to, in case you've never used this before, you can just look under text style right here. And then I always do, you can type in calligraphy. I always like handwriting fonts. They just make me happy. And then it'll pull up all of these handwriting fonts, most of which are free. If it has the little golden crown, then that means you have to have a paying account, but they call it premium, I think, or whatever. But anyway, so then you can just click on the one that you like and make sure that it's like legible or whatever. One of my favorites here is the apricots. I just like it. It's fun. And then you can add another heading underneath, and whatever you want to put in here, if you want to add something more, you can, but I'm just going to put morning work because sometimes I do one thing, sometimes I do another. I don't know, right? And then again, you can change your font so that it's what you want it to be. Yeah, I don't like that. Hold on, we got to find something good. Anyway, you get the point, right? So you can do that. And then if you just put Command D, then you'll duplicate it. And then you can do whatever your next thing is. So maybe this is going to be a unit study that you're going to do throughout the year. Or maybe you want to put your child's name right here, right? Then you can do that. Whatever you want to do. And then if you do Control D, let's say you put your child's name, then you can put grade 7 or whatever, right? Or you can Command D. One of these can be, you can write notes if you want to, or you can write a menu or whatever you want to write, right? Food menu. I guess that's good enough. I'm just having fun now. Let me see. Time to eat. Time to eat. Okay, so then you have all of this stuff done. Now, for me, I'm going to leave these ones blank because I don't want to, I just put the date in there. But let's say that like every Thursday you have, well, like for us on Tuesdays, you have a co-op or something. So I'm going to put art class right here because every day on Tuesdays we have art class. That's not written right, but you get it, right? So then now when I print this page, all of these things that are like every week, I'm going to do. Another thing that you can do if you want to is you can put in here, make this the right size. Let me get a little closer here. Oops, sorry. Anyway, you can type in here and just put lesson number and then have this print on all of your pages so that you don't have to do it every single day, right? Then you're going to hit share and you're going to hit download and you're going to change this to be a PDF. And then when you download it, then you're going to have that page ready for you to be able to print. Let me see if I can show you here. Oh, it didn't pop up. Where is it? It says it's completed. Usually it pops down here on the bottom, but let me just go up here to my downloads. And now here's my page. So now I can just print this off. Now, yes, this is a little bit more like granulated than I like. So it's not a perfect solution, but at least you're not rewriting this every single time when you do that. So there you go.